Superland was good. It's your boy B Hurt, aka Brian, aka Prince, aka Prince Vegeta without the hating. Wednesday. Um, the beauty of this event that Mr. Wiz and the rest of the Evo staff throw up is legendary, man. It's inspired me. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say, I'm a future FGC commentator. Had some opportunities with KIT and Frosty Faustings, but haven't had the chance to actually commentate a tournament. When I tell you, dog, I was watching Evo at home, like in my bed. Like the laptop is in my bed right now, and I was watching it, and like I felt chills down my spine. I felt the adrenaline rush. I was nervous. I had to watch it with the sound off. I'm probably a terrible person to watch a tournament or watch anything that I actually like and care about. Like, ooh, I don't know how that's gonna play out. Because I'll turn the sound off because it'd be like, oh, that's like it's like a confrontation in like a ratchet reality show. Because you're like, oh, this is about to be lit. So you watch it with the sound off, like just watching it, like what's about to happen? That's what Evo did for me, everything and more. And I never been. I can't wait to go. Like I really gotta go sometime. I don't know why, but it's literally it's like. I would say for CEOs, the theatrics of the esports and stuff like that, with the belts, with the ring, with the entrance, and it really brings the fighting game community together, right? Evo is what I would show sponsors. Evo is like, if you ask me, what's the FGC about? I'm showing them Evo. I'm showing them everything about Evo. That thousands on thousands of people come all across the world, just all across the states. I wonder, I'm pretty sure they did, but I know that the Hado, shouts out to him, with Combo Breaker wanted to get everybody from the 50 states, obviously, and he did that. I'm pretty sure Evo does that, but I really want to know as far as countries and continents and all that stuff. I really want to know what Evo does. I'd really be curious to see if we have like how many places and faces that we have represented. And Evo is just a theatrical event. I want to go to Evo Japan. It's in February. That actually helps me out even more. It gives more time instead of being in January. I want to go to Evo, regular Evo next year. I want to be a part of it in any way that I can. Hopefully that's commentary, but if I have to go as a player, I will. That's the greatest event that I've ever seen. I really want to be a part of it. It makes you proud seeing an event like that and being an FGC fan. It really does. Let's talk about Evo Injustice 2. Because, you know, I did the Justice 2 preview, I did the Dragon Ball preview, and I did the Street Fighter 5 preview. So I'm only going to really talk about those. I'll announce news with other games. Like Tekken, actually 7 got my interest. And I actually want to buy the DLC for Tekken 7. Once I get a job and all that stuff, I will do that. But let's talk about like some predictions that I had. I had predictions of Scar, Silvereye, and Honeybee doing quite well, which are interesting placements in those essentially. And then I had the no surprises as Samij, Tweety, and Sonic Fox. I got it wrong. I was wrong, but it's a good thing to be wrong. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to predict everything to be right. And I thought Injustice 2, its staple is like literally the year of the grind. Like it's who's putting in the most work, who's putting in the time, who's studying, who's learning the meta, and don't even have to essentially play the meta. I think you need a strong character. Like, take Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing is not like a strong character. You can be a Swamp Thing main, but there's some matchups where you just literally have to have a counter pick. And that's what Injustice is, but you don't have to have the top counter pick, if that makes sense. You just need someone that has tools. And I feel like we saw that. The person that took first place, nobody deserves it more than Rewind, especially. I don't want to bring it up in a negative light. I want to bring it up in a supporting light. I think his father has complications with his health, and he had to go to the doctor, and they made a GoFundMe page, and I think they literally hit the goal within 24 hours, something crazy like that. That's super dope to see. That's love. That's the FGC in a nutshell. They take care of their own. FGC always wants to get to talk about esports and making money, which I think, the payouts for top 8 should have been more. I heard a lot of people in 7th place didn't even get $100, especially when you figure you probably spend $1,000 to make a trip. And that's kind of that's distasteful in a sense. I know Evil's probably big production and stuff like that too, but it's like people are spending thousands of dollars to come to your tournament. Hopefully, that the top 8 could get more what they deserve. And I know it's a love thing, but it's like, you know, I'd go to every tournament possible if I could, but financially I can't. So it's like, you know, there's a hand in hand there. But no, but like I said, nobody deserves that more than Rewind. It's just a feel good story, man. He's going through it with his dad. The fact that he's still able to play well, you know, top 5 in the Justice Pro standings. He's killing it. He's killing it. I think no one more than him deserves it. I mean, you look at his partners and training partners in Samij and Sonic Fox, and they're always playing, always talking crap to each other, always leveling up. I think Rewind was the one talking to Sonic Fox. He's like, "Yo, you about to get back 3 by Big D 4-3." You know, it's Poison Ivy pressure. So I just love seeing that, and then he deserves it. He deserves it. He played well. I like the Blue Beetle. He makes Blue Beetle look fun. I think the best thing about the fighting game community and watching players and being a fan of these set players is seeing the stuff that they do with the characters, and it makes the characters look fun. And you're like, oh, I want to play this character now. Oh, I want to learn this character. Oh, I want to play Injustice. Is this how Injustice is played? Because a lot of people have this negative connotation of Injustice being a zoner game, which it is. It definitely, I don't think there's nothing wrong with zoning being a tool and a factor in the game, because this is probably the first game where zoning is a factor. Like, it's actually something you need to consider. Not to just zone to keep out, but zone to actually be a zoner. It's just the screen's too big. I think that's another thing too. But the fact that he could play Blue Beetle like that and zone keep out, but he was doing jump cancels or dash cancels, air cancels, like the flight cancels. I was thinking of every other cancel with that. But yeah, Rewind deserves it. And speaking of another person that actually deserves it, I think Tweety, in a sense where, I don't know, there was a whole controversy last year. I think he played in 2 regions when there was like the online tournament things and like that. So that's why I kind of had like this negative, like, I don't like Tweety like that. But the more and more I'm watching him, the more and more I'm becoming a fan of his. I always knew he was a good player. He was like the #1 player, I think, last year on Injustice online. I think he's still the #1 player. And I don't even know how they do that algorithm too, because it's not like it's a point system. They take your win and loss consideration, and then they just like, I don't know what they do, honestly. I couldn't. If you know what they do on the online leaderboard, please explain it to me. But, you know, he's taking in this villain role, and I love that. Like, the pop-off, he beat Sonic Fox in top 8 the first game and popped off. And he popped off because I think they were playing the same character. The only problem with Evo, too, is there's so many things going on, and that's the unfortunate circumstance of just NRS games being on Saturday, because you still want to watch other tournaments. But he popped off and said, you need to pick a different character. You're not going to beat me with that character. And the fact that he said that to Sonic Fox actually, fun fact too, we'll get into that, but he beat Sonic Fox and popped off on Sonic Fox. Sonic Fox is supposed to be that guy when it comes to NRS games. Like, he's like, oh, why play an NRS game? Nobody plays it. It's just going to be a Sonic Fox winner. You know, you get into that. So much foreshadowing in this video. But it's like, yo, you popped off on Sonic Fox after game 1, and he still won, and it's like, okay. And even Sonic Fox, he said, yo, that lit a fire in me. That made me want to play Injustice too now. I love that. And then he even had a great tweet too, and then it's the thing I want to get into, and I can get into it now. I guess I really don't have my notes, if you will. He said that it's unfortunate that they didn't stream Top 16, which I agree. Because Top 16 getting into Top 8 is really what you want to see, because this, you know, everybody, Top 8, it's kind of like you're there, so like you're already at this sporting event, so you're just embracing the moment, where I feel like getting into Top 8, that's where you see the motion. Like, I think Silver Ride dapped up a whole bunch of people. I think it said Biohazard was crying when he got into Top 8, and I want to say, who did he play? It started with a C, I believe. I don't know. Was it Buffalo? It might have been Buffalo then. I know he played someone. He got into Top 8 over the person, and that person cried, and then Biohazard cried. And that's something you want to see. You want to see the passion. You want to see these guys finally make it. You want to see all the work that they put in pay off. And unfortunately, we didn't get to see that. But Yeah, I like that. I liked how Tweety's calling stuff out, and he's being a passionate player, and he's making it work. Yeah, rightfully so. He deserves it. He's a beast, man. He's a beast. He's gonna be tough to beat. Sonic Fox, like I said, he came into this and he's like, yo, I'm gonna play Injustice 2, but I'm not really feeling the meta. Injustice 2 is not my focus. I'm gonna just play and see how I do. And getting third. This is a testament of Sonic Fox's skills. You know, we saw the Red Hood. I think he tried to play Starfire against Tweety. Who else did he play? All I saw was Red Hood, and I saw Starfire. I'm sure he had more characters than Sonic Fox, for crying out loud. He always got characters. I think he played Firestorm as well, too. I'm just going off of memory. Yeah, so it wasn't his focus. He wasn't really trying, but, you know, it sounds like Sonic Fox got a fire lit up. And I like that. And the fact that he won Dragon Ball, spoiler alert, hopefully this means like, all right, I'm good at one game. I want to get both now. I want to get both. I want to get both championships. And I think he can do that. But, yeah. Big D ruined my Evo prediction by upsetting Honeybee, but he deserves it. I love, you know, it's obvious. It's always with ketchup and mustard, and that's the thing I like about ketchup and mustard. Do I know the NRS community as far as the top dogs? Of course, I can try, probably break everything down, talk about it, this, that, and the third. Ooh. But the fact that ketchup and mustard could tell you a story, like Big D's a great player, he's an online warrior, he hasn't been able to go to as many tournaments, but that's still, nonetheless, he's not someone you could just oversleep. I guess with the whole Honeybee, I caught the tail end of it. Honeybee played Starfire the first two matches, lost against Big D's Poison Ivy. Then he switched to Flash, and it was a close match, but it almost makes you wonder what would happen if he just start out with Flash. And then that kind of goes into some people not believing in the meta, and some people are just like, yo, whoever your main is, just make it work. Or try that out first, and then if you need a panic, switch. But Big D made this incredible run. I mean, look at the names he took out. He took out Honeybee, he took out White Boy, he took out Gross, he took out High Tiny. He lost to Sonic Fox, then took out High Tiny, then lost to Tweety. And that was just basically his big half run. But at the same time, that run, the four names I just listed could make a top 8 in Injustice 2. Like, those are essentially the cream of the crop. And the fact that Big D was able to do that with Poison Ivy, and he was chasing people down with Poison Ivy. You know, Poison Ivy, she has her Vine Drill, she has the trait, she can kind of mess with you how she wants to. She has the command grab, the give me the kiss, thing. She can kind of get in, get out, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that you just saw Big D just walk, so I'm gonna chase you down, and the combos that he was hitting, and then the string, and then the cancels of the stance, bro. That, and it was perfect. Like the way he utilized the Poison Ivy stance and would hit you with the vine, hit you forward, then do the spin, then just sit there, then cancel. It was a thing of beauty. That was, I feel like Dragon gave people the blueprint of Poison Ivy, but you really saw what she was capable of Big D. And I think Big D has the best Poison Ivy. Simple and plain. Samij was one of the people I predicted. He did well. He finished in 5th alongside High Tiny. Biohazard finished in 7th alongside Silver Riot. And I told you, Silver Riot. I told you. I had a tweet that was so fire. I was ready to go. If Silver Riot won Evo, I was gonna spam this YouTube video everywhere talking about I told you so. I thought Silver Riot would have a good run. He had a good run. This is his first Evo medal. Rightfully so. He deserves it. I'm telling you, the Hellboy's a problem. And the fact that he put that time in, put that effort in with Hellboy shows you how good of a character he is. Because Hellboy's kind of interesting. Hellboy, I guess, not everybody's a Hellboy, but the fact that the stuff that he's able to do and utilize Hellboy, he deserves it. He deserves it. He's a beast. Some noticeable ninth place finishes. Gurr, Buffalo, Hero Killer Stain. That's a godlike name. Even though I kind of fell asleep on that arc in My Hero. Well, the fight. I was fun fact, when I first started watching My Hero, I was late to the party, so I was already majority of season 2 was almost done. I think there was a couple of episodes left, maybe 2 at most. So I binge watched it. I watched it within a week. That's how good My Hero Academia is. If you never watched it, But yeah, the fact that your name is Hero Killer Stain, the fact that you're a Cyborg main, I wish I would have got a chance to see you play. I hope that there's some archives of you playing. I didn't get to see it, and I know you played in top 16, and I didn't get to see that too. That's unfortunate. But I would love to see your Cyborg, bro. I'm a fan. I'm about to follow you on Twitter after this. DR Gross finished in ninth place as well. He needs a sponsor, man. I really hope. I'm scared because one of the facts that I was going to bring up is Sonic Fox. This is the first like NRS game I think that he's been going that he hasn't won at Evo yet, because he won. I want to say, did he win an MK9? I think he did. I think he has 3 championships. I think he won in MK9. I think he won in MKX. I think he won in Injustice. But I don't think he won Injustice 2. So that's crazy. So that's gonna be wild if Injustice 2 is not gonna be at Evo in some form. I think it might be a side tournament, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna be what it was this year. But Gross needs a sponsorship. So that I say all that because I hope that Evo's at Injustice is at Evo. Sorry, Injustice 2 is at Evo next year, but we won't know. So I hope Gross gets a sponsorship soon because he deserves it. He's a beast. He's top 10 in the Injustice Pro standings. So, but I don't know if people are going to support the game too, because I think Circa just ended their team, and they had Wolf Crow and Nikki. They had Joey Fury. They had a good that guy team. I actually like that team a lot. But I think they ended their stuff this year. Well, after Evo, of course. But some notable 13th place finishes: Tekken Master, Honeybee, BO, Scar. Some notable 17th finishes: Dab, Shark Teeth, White Boy, Deoxys, Nubcakes, Relevant Leafing. I hope I'm saying that right. Killer Nox, Forever King, and there's some noticeable 25th place finishes. Anonymous, Coach Steve I'm sorry, my handwriting's terrible. was R. I can't read my own handwriting. This is terrible. I'm sorry. I was scribbling. I would show it, but I don't want to bruise myself even more. Nyx, Krusty, Raj, and then some noticeable 33rd place finishes. Perfect Legend. It's good to see him playing in the NRS game again. I know how he feels about Injustice 2 and that current meta, but the fact that he went out and played pretty well, he had a good day at the office. It's super dope. Tana Prime, Illusions, just some noticeable 33rd finishes. Let's talk about the standings as far as Injustice Pro Series goes and like what the future holds. Tweety's at first place, no surprise there. Biohazard's in second. I think it's updated. Yep. See, one thing I don't like too is last year Evo counted as its own thing. This year Evo counts as a premier. So Evo, you only got 250 points when it's Evo. You know what I'm saying? The most people that's gonna sign up for the tournament. So I wish, especially with Rewind's situation, I wish they would have gave out more points, but it is what it is. Rewind in third, Smeech in fourth, Sonic Fox in fifth, DR Gross in sixth, Itani in seventh, Honeybee in eighth, Scar at ninth, Nubcakes in 10th, Silver Ryan in 11th, and Big D with that finish, I think he got 105 points. Either 100 points or I think 105 points. Is in 12th. And then, there's a last chance qualifier. I think there's multiple people signed. There's multiple people with 13th place, so that's why I didn't put it in the thing. But, yeah, man. The next event is August 19th, and that's an online EU event. And then the next USA event is September 9th. It's a North America East Online Cup. So this should be interesting. Just Sue looks great. Looks better than ever. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see top 16. I guess top 16 was hype. It was 3-2. It was like character loyalists. So it's variety. And that's what you want to see. Because I just want people to see what I feel with the Justice Team community, the NRS community. You know what I'm saying? NRS, I would never be in this situation if it wasn't for like Mortal Kombat. You know what I mean? I was never a Capcom guy. I love Capcom now. I'm a big Capcom guy now, but I never was. So all I had was Mortal Kombat. So, yeah. I think Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance was the first game I ever bought. Like with my own money. It was not money given, but you know. So, yeah. So that was the Injustice 2 section of it. We'll get into the Dragon Ball section of it. Because it's gonna be hard to talk for 20 minutes straight. And I haven't taken notes on that, so I'm gonna go do that now. So now that we covered Injustice 2, actually, I think it'd be a good time to bring this up too. I want to talk about DBZ, but let's get into the Tekken news real quick. I think they announced Lee. I think his name was Lee. I had never seen him before. I don't know who it is, but they announced. I don't know. I thought that was super sick. And then the dude from Walking Dead, bro, like. And there's still 4 more characters to go. I have no idea. Look, they put Geese Howard, KOF. They put a Final Fantasy character in there. They put a Walking Dead character in there. They put a Street Fighter character in there. If they somehow put like Naruto or like Luffy or Goku in Tekken somehow. Or say like a collab with Killer Instinct or Mortal Kombat. Tekken might be the greatest game of all time. I just want to put that in your head. See what y'all think. You like it? Yeah, I like it too. All right. Anyway, let's get into this Dragon Ball FighterZ. Amazing tournament. I thought Sejam and Yipes killed it. I actually like that duo. I like that duo a lot when it comes to Dragon Ball FighterZ. And, the fact that everybody screamed when Cell screamed, so perfect. It sounded so amazing. The production job knew what they doing. They didn't turn up the sound. They didn't turn up the commentators. You could still hear the commentators, but they had that arena playing. That was a thing of beauty. And then they even did it with Bardock, too. So that was cool, too. That was amazing. I loved everything about it. And then, the base Goku, base Vegeta, August 8th, August 7th if you live in the right area, wink, wink, cough, cough. If you see this band, I don't mention that, don't mind that. They're coming out August 8th. I don't know if the update's coming up August 8th, which I'm kind of curious. And it's gonna be curious because off the top of my head, I think of 2 characters that's probably gonna get nerfed, and I think of a character that's probably gonna get buffed. The character that I think is gonna get nerfed is Bardock. And I hope they change him, but I hope they don't change him too much. Because he's viable now. You know what I'm saying? People like Bardock now. I think there was a counter for how many level 3s. And in top 8 there were, and there was at least 50 Bardock level 3s. Just Bardock alone. And on top of that, what made it worse too, is I don't even think that was at the very beginning of I think that was after both winners were decided. I want to say even after Sonic Fox and Goichi, the first one. Then they started counting. So they could have been 100 for all we know. And it's weird too, because it's the meta of Dragon Ball is changing right before our eyes. You know what I'm saying? I think, I want to say other games, it took well on in. It was 5-star wasn't viable until this year, right? In Injustice 2. I mean, he was still good. He was always good, but after the patch where he got the charge of the trait and how good he is now and the vortex and all that, but that's neither here nor there. But the meta in Dragon Ball is always changing. I remember that you would always keep responding to the last character no matter what. You would do knockdowns, you would do level 1s. Level 3s were so pointless, right? Now everybody and their mama doing level 3s just get a hard knockdown and get a mix up. And they want to look at me, her crazy. Why you always doing level 3, bro? You're just wasting meter. You gotta spend the meter. It's not like you go to round 2 in the same game. You gotta win by any means. So if you gotta keep a character at the start of the round with all 3 and use that sparking, or you gotta use all nothing but level 3s to get your opponent to guess, you gotta do what you gotta do. And I like that. Like I said, base Goku, base Vegeta, coming out August 8th. I don't know when the update's coming out. We saw the Cooler trailer. Here's how much of a fan I am of Cooler. I've never seen a Cooler movie. I thought he looked super sick in Heroes. He basically said if my punk brother could do it, which he kind of said in the intro too, which was godlike. He's like, if my punk brother could do it, I can do it. So he went golden. So I don't know. Well, it's not canon, so I don't think he'll go golden, but we might see Metal Cooler. Because we already seen Golden Frieza, so why not? Why not put Metal Cooler in there? That'd be super sick. And then we didn't see 17. That's That's the bummer of it, because usually they come in packs. So everybody thought we was gonna see 17. They didn't show 17, which is unfortunate. But hopefully that means he's coming out soon. Because if anything, Cooler looks done. Honestly, I don't know what more they had to tweak, because Cooler looked done. The trailer looked crisp. The trailer looked like it was real life HD. I don't know what else they got to add to Cooler. There's a slight chance Cooler could come with Goku and Vegeta. You don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? No, we won't know until August 8th. To be honest with you, we really won't. And then on top of that, what I find like interesting, the most interesting and the most like, wait and see, is they're putting the Cooler out trailer. They're putting the Cooler trailer out now. The rumor's right. The rumor of the season 1 characters was 100% right to a T. The order and everything. I think they have the season 2. They said that season 1 was supposed to end in July. There's a slight chance that season 1 might end in August. Because if they're already showing Cooler, I don't think he's going to go into September. I really don't. If he goes into September, it's going to be early September. But if he goes into early September, I think we'll get a season 2 announcement and season 2 characters by the end of the year, at least. You know what I'm saying? So, fingers crossed, right? If anything, get Cooler out now and then have 17 come out at the end of the year. I'm okay with that too. Because I do want a season 2 of Dragon Ball. I think the definitive version of Dragon Ball Fighters, or the arcade edition, or the XR edition, whatever you want to call it, is going to have at least 16 or 8 more characters. And then that's going to be that. Hopefully we get some colors. We need a hyperbolic time chamber as a stage. I've been saying that. But other than that, that's going to be it. Now let's talk about the tournament. And let's start off hot. Let's start about the Player 1 gate. Everybody's like kind of like, they said, oh, Sonic Fox, you stalled Goichi in this and third. Look, if Goichi would have said the same thing, I would have had no problem with this. And the reason why is I look at Event Hubs. Event Hubs is usually my go-to for FGC news. It's just clean. It's just easier for me because I've always gone there. I still rock with Shoryuken, but I always go to Event Hubs, right? I'm on Event Hubs right now. But they had an article where they said that 70% of players drop, like their execution is 70% worse on Player 2 side. Which is rightfully so, because when you get in training mode, you're always on Player 1 side. The one thing I will give Tekken is Tekken starts out like, yo, you want to be the left side, you want to be the right side. Like, they started out before you even get into the training stage. So that's super dope. That's actually really good. So, which is true. So, I thought it was funny. I mean, I understand that Goichi won losers finals, and so he was already on before Sonic Fox. I definitely think that Sonic Fox should be on Player 1 side from the get-go. I think if Sonic Fox is on Player 1 side from the get-go, you don't have this controversy. So it's kind of, I get both sides to it, and then I get why Goichi at the same time, he could have just gave it up and be like, yeah, it's fine. But I get why he also fought Player 2, because he probably knows that it's Player 1 side. And even Sonic Fox tweeted out, he's like, yo, I feel mad comfortable on the Player 1 side. Like, it makes the world's biggest difference. It really does. And if you say, no, it doesn't, you suck. You're not dope. You're not a good executioner of combos, because it makes all the world's difference. It's that, like, literally there's still people in the NBA today, NBA, the National Basketball Association, professional basketball players, that coaches tell their players to guard someone, make him go left, because they know that the left side is not as strong as the right side. It's because the right side is dominant. Your dominant side is always going to show through. It's very rare that people are ambidextrous. Like, it's very rare to a T where you're literally, you can't tell what hand you are. Just in anything, writing, throwing, just anything in general with your right and your left. It's true. There's always truth to that. So, it does make the world's difference. Did it stall? Yeah, I had to think it stalled in some sense of the word. But at the end of the day, you still have to play a fighting game. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like take Street Fighter's Challenger series with Ely, right? You could finesse the game and run the household, but you still got to play Street Fighter today, first 5. Like, at the end of the day, you still have to play Dragon Ball. You know what I'm saying? And the first set was so legendary, bro. Like, the fact that Sonic Fox went up 3-0, the fact that Goichi summoned Shenron not once, but twice. Once in Grand Finals that Born Free called out jokingly months ago. And then once in Winners Finals. And I thought the one in Winners Finals was crazy, too. And it like Sajam just pointed it out because he's just going for combos. He's like, he's going for auto combos. He has 7 bars. He's gonna call back Shenron, and he went for health both times, which I kind of agree with because you get a sparking, but like, So Sonic Fox had to work twice as hard. He had to fight Shenron and like 2 Vegetas. So that's crazy. He had to fight 5 characters when you think about it. But that set was legendary. I mean, like I said, I listed a handful of players. I think I said Sonic Fox, Goichi, Hook Gang God. I want to say Fenrich, Dogra. I feel like there's one more player, but I can't come to mind right now. I was like, if any of those players don't win, I'll do a giveaway. Free of charge. You don't even have to watch the channel or be a subscriber, watch this video. I'll give the giveaway away. Like, I was that confident. And the fact that it was Sonic Fox Goichi, like, who else could it be? It's the Goku Vegeta. You know what I'm saying? Now, they're cool and all that stuff, but it's literally Goku and Vegeta. So, who else? And I like to say this, too. On my fantasy bracket, I don't want to brag or nothing. I mean, the rest of it is trash. The bottom half was trash. But first half, I called the first 3 people. I'm just saying. Be heard a little bit something about the Dragon Ball. I'm just throwing out there. Fenrich finished 3rd. Bokeh finished 4th. Kazunoko finished 5th. Known Kami finished 5th as well. An amazing comeback that no Kami had against Kubo. Because everybody thought it was free. Even Yipes called it. And no Kami just battled back with that Goku Black. And it looked crisp. And then it's funny too, because I always get him confused. At first, like when I see him online, I thought that he had the same name as Kami, UYU Kami. A big fan. But I guess they're 2 different people. And now I know that. Now I know that. I respect you, bro. I'm a big fan. I'm gonna watch. I think he plays against Rico Suave. Yeah. He plays against him all the time. So I saw that too. So that's super dope that that's your training partner and you finished in top 8. Some noticeable finishes: Yuta with 9th place, Reynolds with 9th place with the shades on, playing with the shades. Yo, Reynolds too cool. Dogra, Akwe, some noticeable 13th places: Nakio, Mokemoda, Soldier, Alu. I'm terrible on names. 17th place, Hook Gang God. I think Hook Gang God said that he's done with the team he has. I think he's getting away from Vegeta. I think even Chris G says he's getting away from Vegeta. And then, like, this is that. I mean, it's stream monsters, so I can't take it too much consideration. I don't never type. I never type I never type in the stream chat. But, yeah, I didn't like that to see that. The people, Hook Gang God finished. It was a fluke. Some of the power was in a real tournament. Like, yeah, shut up. Y'all can't be Hook Gang God fans and then backlash when the guy doesn't do well. I mean, he still finished top 17th at a 2,000 person tournament, so I didn't like that. I think Hook Gang God's gonna be fine. I mean, he ran into Super New. He ran into his teammate, so it's like, So whoever goes here is gonna do well, but I don't like that. Paul G Man, Cloud 805, Kuna, Jayoto, 17th, and then 25th place was Chris G. Just some noticeables. I didn't want to go too much over it. But the one thing I didn't like too is it wasn't a Dragon Ball on the line, man. Evo was too big. I guess they couldn't work it out in time. But Evo was so big, probably the biggest tournament of the year. Just for a fact that a lot of people are going to go to. And the fact that there was no Dragon Ball on the line, bro. It was just bragging rights and some money. It's just, feels bad, man. But yeah, you can never doubt the Fox, man. Sonic Fox is just too good. And it's good to see him cross over because everybody always had this connotation on Sonic Fox that, oh, yeah, you're good at NRS games, but you're not good at anything that anybody likes. Ho, ho, ho. Dragon Ball had the most entries, bro. Sonic Fox won it. Even if you want to say that was a controversy and he should have won that, okay. He finished 2nd in the biggest fighting game of all time. In its first year, where it had over 250,000 people watching. And I'm not here to compare Street Fighter V with it. No, don't get me twisted. I mean, hell, Street Fighter V is in its 3rd year. And a lot of people don't like Street Fighter V, but it did like 150,000. I want to say 100. I think it peaked at 170,000 from what I saw. At like 2 o'clock in the night on the East Coast. Bruh. Street Fighter ain't going nowhere. Street Fighter's numbers is good. And when we go get into Street Fighter, I can't wait. I'm excited. I haven't been excited to play Street Fighter 5 in a while. I haven't had an opportunity to play it in a while. So I haven't been tripping about it. I want to play some Street Fighter 5. I'm gonna be honest. I want to play some Street Fighter 5. I can't wait to get into it. We're gonna get into it right now. Street Fighter closed the show, and I thought they delivered in every sense of the term. It sucks that it went to 2 o'clock in the morning, East Coast time. I'm in the Midwest or Midwest, you know what I'm saying? A little bias. I'll get into that later. But yeah, man, I was tired. That tournament had me tired, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because Dragon Ball went long and then Street Fighter finally started. But Street Fighter started out with a bang, and I actually like how they started out. I'm so thankful that Street Fighter started out with the trailers. Because if I would have fell asleep and then woke up to the news that we got today, I would have been salty. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna hold you. G looks dope. He's a command grab character. He plays kind of like Q. He has a charge move. He's all about this gold. He wants to be a president. I guess by some of the lines, he wants to be like a YouTuber. So maybe he wants to take over social media. It looks dope. His character design looks dope. I think the Q costume. I'm only playing the Q costume. No ifs, ands, or buts about that one. I really want to play. I really want to play him. I really want to be a Q main. But then Sagat looks cool too, and I'm finally happy. It's unfortunate that Sagat came out like before Evo, but it's super dope that he's playable today. Like him and G are both playable today, and like you feel for Bonchan. Like we need Bonchan back, and Sagat looks good. He looks strong. We need L.I. Joe back with his Sagat. Like it's a great day to be a Street Fighter 5 fan. Like it really is. And I also go into this because it's like, are they done? There's a slight chance we might get some more characters this year. And I know what you're saying. You're like, Brian, you're tripping. How are we gonna get more characters this year, bro? It's early August. You mean to tell me you don't think that Capcom's gonna not have none until January? No characters at all till January. You believe that? That's 4 months. It's 4 months. I don't think Capcom comes not even till December 9th or so. So we still got 3 days and 4 months till that. You mean to tell me you don't think they're gonna drop a single character? You don't think so? Okay. I do. But you crazy. They're dropping some type of DLC. It's bound to happen. It's going to happen. But it's all about what? Is it gonna be Sea Viper? Is it gonna be Ono or Oro? Oro? Yeah. The guy from Third Strike that only fights with one arm because he's so strong. Who knows? I don't even know E Honda? Who else could they put in season 4? You know, I think there's a slight chance we might get some characters now, and then we might get some characters later too. That was a big surprise. I thought both the trailers looked well. I love Scott's stage. I like what was I gonna say? I like Tiger. The Tiger looks good. Tiger looks beautiful. The Street Fighter 5 fix that netcode, baby, and we good, bro. I want to play Street Fighter 5 all day. I still need to get a PS4 so I can play Street Fighter 5 whenever I want. And then let's go into predictions. But real quick, before I go into my predictions that I had, there was 8 Cammys in top 64, but none of them made top 8. Is she broken? Oh, we don't know. But yeah, let's get into. And then my predictions was it was 5 Japan players. I think my math was off. So it had to be 4 Japan players because I'm not good at math. 1 EU player, and I thought the sole EU player was with Prombex, and I guess we have a France representative, so it's kind of EU as well. So Luffy was in there, so I got that wrong. And then I had 3 out of US or Latin America. We had Kaba, which kind of goes into another prediction that I had, and then we had Cool Kid. And I had a prediction that Kaba would make a run, and he did. He made it to top 8, so rightfully so. I love how he's backing up his game. You know, everybody kind of hated Kaba because he would always kind of be way too loud and be not disrespectful, but he wore his heart to sleep. He talked a lot, you know what I'm saying? But if you listen to the crowd, prime example, Dragon Ball FighterZ, when Cell would yell, the crowd gets hyped. And then the trailer was dropped. You get hyped. Go to a fighting game event and be quiet. See how weird that would be. If nobody talked, nobody was it's the energy. It's something you feel, that persona that it go through your body, son. Like, can you feel that? Do you feel that? But Problem X, which I didn't know, he actually sponsored himself for a while, and then he's kind of been on this 6-month grind, and it's the pinnacle, bro. It paid off for him. Fortunately, we won't have the trifecta winner like I thought. I thought he was gonna have a Capcom winner. I thought he was gonna have a E-League winner and Evo winner be all the same person. But Problem X did the damn thing. Finally overcame his fear and did with Bison, bro. He's kind of, I feel like he's been playing more Abigail and then Bison second. But the fact that he kind of went into this tournament, I think he saw what Gachikun did to Cool Kids Abigail, so he didn't want to play that matchup. So he played Bison all the way through and did the damn thing. He played phenomenal, exceptional, stupendous, whatever word you want to say. He did it. And EU should be proud. Winner Stays On should be proud. I think Logan Samo and F Word. Well, Logan Samo more. He's probably not gonna be able to shut up the whole year. EU player won Evo, and Problem X is one of the best EU player. Rightfully so, he deserves it. Super happy for him. Now you gotta defend it. Now you're technically the head honcho. By definition, you are. So yeah. And then Tokido finished in second. I mean, Murderface. He's just too good, bro. It's getting to the point where it's Tokido versus the field. It's getting to that point. Like, nobody's shocked that he finished second. We're just like, oh, he didn't win. Like, did you hear what I said in that sentence? Nobody's shocked that he got second. It was just, oh, he didn't win. So it's all either he's gonna win or somebody else is gonna win. This is what he's able to do with Akuma as godlike. I would love to see like Daigo and him play Ryu again, but that's probably not gonna happen unless they just kill Akuma. And even if you kill Akuma in his spirit, like Oni or something like that, something crazy. I just learned that the other day. I didn't play 4 a lot, so that was mind-boggling. So maybe they'll bring Oni back. Who knows? And then that's how Tokido switches characters. And in third place, Fudo. I ain't gonna lie. I love Mika. I got converted to a Mika fan by my good homies El Chakota and Black Gang Galaxy, so I just been a big Mika fan now. I know her normals. I know Mika like the back of my hand. And to see a good Mika like Fudo in the Monster Hunter outfit, just love it. And I love Luffy's Mika too. But I was going against, I ain't gonna lie, commentary bias. I was going against Luffy when he was playing Cool Kid. I wanted to see Cool Kid make the run. Because I felt like if he got past Luffy, there was a shot. Because he was the only one really playing Abigail. The only person that would have been scary for him to run to was Gachikun, because Gachikun is the one that beat us, Abigail. And speaking of Gachikun, he took 4th place. Thought he looked good with Rashid. Rashid was very impressive. And Luffy took 5th place. Fujiwara took 5th place as well. And then if you look at Luffy and Cool Kid's match, that match probably, I would love to know the data percentage on like just area. I would say Cool Kid probably spent that match either 60 or 75% in the corner. And like, I don't care if you got Abigail, I don't care how good you are at being in the corner, and 60% of the match is not a good space. And it like, Luffy kind of couldn't play neutral. And what I mean by that, like neutral and footsies, he had to go in. If you looked at that match, the only time that he was really successful was when he was going in. Because anytime he jumped in and got punished for it, or with punish, that was like big damage, and it was back to mid-screen. He had to push that pace and put Cool Kid in the corner and made him deal with, like, you know, situations, getting sniped, getting hit with overhead, stuff like that. And, you know, Abigail being a bigger character, the biggest character in the game, his hitbox is always going to be bigger, so, like, he had to put him in those type of situations. And then Kaba, I wanted to see Kaba do well as well. I mean, he was up 2-0 against Fujiwara, the leader in the CPT standings, and he couldn't bring it back, so that was unfortunate. But I thought he played well. I thought a lot of people played well. It was just a great performance by a ton of people. If you look at Cool Kid's run, he beat Oil King, Daigo, Cien, and Mena RD, the defending Capcom Cup champ, the last person to win a premiere. Person that finished top 3, I want to say both of them finished top 3 in premieres, and Cien and Oil King. And then Daigo won the last premiere, and then Mena RD, the Capcom Cup champion. Sponsors, where you at? Like, if Cool Kid don't have a sponsor, I'm going to be physically ill. He's in the top 25. He's only went to 4 tournaments. I don't think he did well at Cat. I don't think he did well in Chicago. I don't think he did well in CEO. I think that was the other one he went to. I think he went to CEO and Combo Breaker. I don't think he went well into those ones. But the very first tournament that he went to was final round. He finished 9th, just outside of the top 8. And then Evo, he finished 7th. Bro, he's legit. He's legit. He has an Abigail. And people want to discredit him because it's Abigail. But look, Capcom made the game. Be mad at that. Don't be mad at him. Everybody can play any character. You see there's 8 Camis in top 8. So you can play whoever you want. But just because you could play top tier, proven fact with the Cami thing, just because you could play top tier, arguably one of the best 5 characters in the game, that don't make you guaranteed for top 8. You still have to play the game. You still have to play it. And I don't know what they're going to do with Mika, too. The fact that 2 Mikas made top 8, and she's technically, like, not bad, but she wasn't what she was. And I think season 1 was the pinnacle, and each year she's getting relatively, like, worse in some regards, but she's still so good, bro. I love playing Mika. Man, if I was a command craft character, it'd be a rap. Yeah, so Cool Kid deserves a sponsor. What we waiting for? Gachikun deserves a sponsor. I think if you get top 8 at EVO, you had to go against killers. I think Cool Kid went 9-2 on the day or the tournament. And this is crazy too that I've been looking at Snatch GG a lot, and I've been seeing who people play. I didn't realize that you technically only play like 11 games, because I think you don't think of it as that, but I guess you're winning too. I would love to see someone who made a deep losers run and see how many games they play. But even then, like, I think he's either 9-2 or 11-2, because obviously you only lose 2 matches. But it's not a lot of games. It's a lot of intensity and it's pressure because it's a tournament and stuff like that. But 9, 10, 11 games? I thought it more than that. But that's also winner side, so I gotta see who makes a loser run. I gotta see. But some noticeable 9th place finishes and everybody getting points, which is good to see. I think my brother El Chicote finished 65th, which was better than last year. Was 97th. I want to say Rob TV got 65th as well. I'm not too sure. I'm just thinking of it at the top of my head. So shout out to my 2 brothers there. Yeah, let's get into it. Filipino champ. Good to see him. We haven't really seen him since Marvel. I wonder if he played. He probably played Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, but I don't know if he got top 4 because I know that's what got streamed. So I don't know. You know, he was in top 8 last year. So the fact that he shows up during you know, Evo, and you know, his performance was okay at E-League. Then again, that's weird because you have to play everybody. It was a different type of environment. Whereas Evo, like I said, winning helps, but also the beauty of a tournament like Evo versus like an E-League versus like a Summon of Power is you don't have to play everybody. Where E-League and Summon of Power, you probably have to play everybody. Evo and tournaments, you don't have to play everybody because if you're in losers and I'm in winners, I might not have to play you till the very end, and that's if you make it that far. Because if you lose again, you might be out. You know what I'm saying? So like, you don't have to go against all the killers. You gotta go against killers. Don't get me wrong, but you ain't gotta go against all the killers. Resil, however you say that. Hopefully I didn't butcher that. Menard, Cien, Daigo finished 13th. Mago finished 13th. Berlin and Chavo. Toy 17th. But this is notable 17th. Chris CCH, Justin Wong actually won fighting EX later too. Xiaohai, K-Brad, Chris Starion, and then some notable 25th place finishes. Phenom, MLV, Mojo, shout out to Mojo, Midwest representative. RB Shine, Arturo Sanchez, 33rd. Brian F, shout out to Brian F. Alex Valle with the upset of Knuckle Dude, and he even said that like I have no pressure to play. Shout out to Valle. I don't know, I emailed him. I was like, yo, I would love the honor to commentate at Wednesday Night Fights. He's like, yo, whenever you in California, just say the word. I ain't gonna go to California this year. I'm trying to shoot for December, but we'll see. Depending on how my life is going. Hopefully well. The fact that he's a teacher, the fact that he's runs Wednesday Night Fights, the fact that he can still show up and finish 33rd, that's why he's just the GOAT, man. He's just the GOAT. Super dope. Pax, you know, Winter Stays On representative, finishing 33rd. Flash, Infiltration, Smug, Bonchan. I would love to see. There's a tournament this weekend. There's 2 tournaments this weekend. They're ranking events. I wonder if Sagat and Geo will be legal, or how long they're gonna do and wait till that. So that's gonna be interesting. Akainu, 33rd. So yeah, I would love to see. I want to see Bonchins. I can't wait till High Fighting or I think it's like XEUS. No, XUSES. However you say that. GB. His YouTube channel. He's always been like Dragon Ball and Street Fighter 5. I want to see. I hope he puts Sagat up. Bonchan Sagat up there. I need to see that. I need to see that ASAP. No Rocky. Akainu. Sorry. Good player there. Finished 33rd as well. Some notable 49th place finishes. Punk, Kazunoko, Trashbox, Nephew, Gunfight, and Oil King. Just to name a few. And then let's get into these CPT standings, folks. Because now, before, I feel like every tournament I would say, oh, all you got to do is win a Premier. You're like top 10. Not so much now. Now the separation is happening. The separation is real. It's going to be hard for some people to get points because Evo was the biggest event. Evo was worth 1,700 points. So, because like, case in point, Fujimura was the first place with 2,300 points, and he didn't win it. Problem X won it, and he's sitting at 2,301 points in second place. Tokido's third with 2,220. Infiltration fourth with 1,600. Daigo with 1,362. NL with 1,262. And sixth, Fudo in seventh place with 900 points. Yeah, and then eighth place with 892 points. Gachikun in ninth place with 872 points. Just Wong in 10th place with 781 points. Berlin in 11th place with 780 points. Knuckle-Doo with 761 points. In 12th, Kaba with I just start saying the names and So Deuce 12th, Kaba with 721 points. Phenom with 711 points. Luffy with 661 points. Sako with 611 points. Oil King with 600 points. Menard D, the reigning defending Capcom Cup champion, so he has a guaranteed spot regardless of his placement. In 18th with 531 points. Sinhai. I'm sorry, I'm terrible on names. With in 19th place with 480 points, Bonchan. In 20th with 442 points, Chris Titsarian with 392 points, Qian with 380 points, Nemo 350, Itani with 341, Cool Kid, like I said earlier, in 25th place with 340 points. Only been to 4 tournaments. Sponsor somebody, sponsor that man. Dogura with 311 points in 26. Momochi with 301. Toy with 290. Hurricane with 283. Akainu with 273. And a third way tie for 31st place between Flash, Snacks. I'm so bad, man. I apologize. That's the thing I gotta work on. That's complicated. Mago with 221 points. Then the biggest gain and the biggest drops that happened at Evo, and I apologize for doing this like this, but I wanted to look the first 4 out. I guess I forgot to write that down. I do apologize. So I don't know what you're seeing on your screen right now. Okay, boom, got the first 4 out. Cool. Alright, so the biggest gain was Cool Kid and Mago with a whopping 35 spot jump. And I try to do it within the CPT standings. So, because like, I don't want to, if you're already out of the CPT Cup, I don't want to mention your name. That's kind of bogus, right? So the biggest gain was Cool Kid, moved up to 25th place. Mago with moved up to 31st place. And then Problem X was the third biggest with the 11 spot jump, and he moved into second. The biggest drop was Knuckle-Doo with dropping 6 spots to 12th. Sako would drop at 5 spots to 16th, and Oil King drop at 5 spots as well, with 17th place. Can't speak. English is hard. And the first 4 out are actually godlike people. The first 4 people out right now on the outside looking in for the CPT's Cup are Filipino champ Smug, Rolinho, and John Takeuchi. And then throw Big Bird in there if you want for 5. That's a pretty noticeable list. Like I said, Mr. Wiz, Chris, anyone else on the Evo staff, you threw an amazing event. I love Evo. I hope one day I get to partake in Evo. Hopefully one day I get to commentate Evo. I have this YouTube series that's called Road to Evo, for crying out loud. There's a reason there's a road to Evo, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you watched this point, I love you. Thank you. Let me know, would you rather have the videos like this, where it's all in one, or would you rather have the videos where it's like I break down each section like I did? Usually I cover Injustice 2, Dragon Ball, and Street Fighter 5. I would love to cover Tekken and stuff like that, but I gotta learn those games first. Let me learn those games to a T, and then I'll get comfortable learning more games, alright? Until next time, you guys have a wonderful Monday.